Freaks. Wow. It also means they probably won't be flexing the Maokai if they go here and just will look for last pick counter pick for Kuro.
I would really like to see something like a Corki or Illusion locked in here, but I'm happy with that one more often because that means that I got a prediction correctly. So glad. I mean, I didn't have very many opportunities this year to be right, and I think this may have been the first time.
He is our resident Kassadin player in the LCK right now, but taking it this early means they will flex the Maokai further, but they give more information to the side of Samsung Galaxy over what type of comp they're facing. Now they can really cement their wave clear advantage. Pushing lanes is what they have in 3 lanes now, Atlas, which is kind of a concerning thing to see. Maybe bot lane can be arrested a little bit by the Lovers duo, but Samsung have a pushing draft against a Kassadin. So often the tonic to his failure.
Could it be the Lulu to be picked up here, Pub Smithy? I mean, Spirit could just take it. Doesn't necessarily mean they have a heck of a lot of power, especially given the fact that Talia has so much
you hear the audible gasp.
Yeah, exactly. Spirit bringing out Lee for the first time that we've seen him in a very long time.
I mean, no one's been playing Lee Sin for at least 6 weeks here in the LCK. Spirit has had a great season on Lee, 7-2. Can work in a pick comp. You have the Maokai in top lane, and this says to me that Spirit is the one that has to deal with all the pressure that's going to be placed on Kassadin specifically, who will be wave clearing on the turret. Ganking top lane is their most reliable chance to success, and it's also the most reliable chance they can shut down the Gnar from just giving the Maokai a terrible time in the top side.
Yeah, and I like the early pressure. Really is an exciting look for the Afrika Freaks, and they've just been surprising and surprising and surprising so far with these drafts. And there is nothing more fun in League of Legends, I personally think, than a draft that makes you think about what their plan is moving in, because you also get excited about the team playing it based on the fact that they then have to play into a team that has to understand what's going to happen.
But the first rule of LCK is don't get excited, Atlas, and this is not Afrika Freaks playing around Kramer.
Or in game 1.
If anything, this is a Kuro comp that they're running on the side of Afrika. Whenever you lock in Kassadin, you know that the first 20 minutes will probably be about getting him to his core. Sure, they have a strong 2v2, but Samsung's going to be looking to wave a similar white flag with their Tristana Janna. Could be the Relic Shield start also for Ruler this time out. Different stuff from Afrika, and when they went different against MVP, they did lose 2 games.
They did, but they do have the coveted red side, of course, only winning 1 game on blue.
Crown could just get soloed.
Yep, there's the kickback. Q's gonna land all too easily, and Spirit grabs first blood once again.
What was Haru doing the entire time? He went far too safety-oriented when they win the 2v2. That's another sign of his rookie status, at least relatively in the postseason. He has unperformed a couple of times. He's just out of position.
Well, there's the flash knock-up. Tucson picks up that kill, but I believe the Kuro would have wanted it. They'll take a 2-0 lead, though, in the kills, and they've taken 800 gold. The Monsoon does come in from CoreJJ. Decent healing onto Ruler, but his rocket jump has to come out in the end, and they're not going to win that trade. In comes Spirit. And Cuvee actually gets out of the way of the ultimate. The kickback comes in, but decent crush, and the Gnar comes in. Oh my god, Cuvee, the Gnar god of the top lane, takes down Spirit. He's looking for the 1 versus 2 victory.
He hit it.
Yep, throwing it forward. There's the
what
flash.
A monster!
The double kill versus 2 of the Afrika Freaks. Cuvee almost saving the game on his own.
Tucson goes the wrong way. Haru's here.
Yep, it is going to be the battle dance to get himself out of the way, though, but my god, that top lane play. Cuvee's just putting this team on his back.
A year ago, Atlas, Cuvee was the reason they fell down. Even in spring season, he was taken out by Smeb. Monstering it in top lane as bot lane Haru. He's a little bit too cheeky around the turret. That wasn't the best EQ either. He might just be dead.
Yep, he is probably going to die. The flash does come out as the Featherstorm comes in there as well.
Wonderful summer season after being really one of their problems in spring where he couldn't play the carries. His champion pool is in a wonderful spot. Bot lane.
Yep, there is another aggressive move forward, but Spirit lands the Q. CoreJJ should follow, throws down at least the flash to try and escape, but the Blade Caller will be there eventually. It's a double for Spirit. The redemption of that previous play, immediate for the Afrika Freaks.
And Samsung are trying to copy other people's strategies again, running the Janna comp. CoreJJ, Samsung needs to play. It's deep vision on both sides of the jungle, and then setting up for turrets. They need to recreate what wasn't possible as well. Could be bad for QV.
Well, we're going to have a Mega now coming in. Spirit, of course, waiting for that wallop to come down as Kuro delivered the kill all too easily. Marin was just hanging out there as well. The teleport just to guarantee the kill on the top laner.
That's called a party.
Yeah, casted him. It hasn't necessarily been his most successful pick as well. I completely understand. Kuro just waiting in the wings. They've set up this kill onto QV. He's waiting for the Gnar to inevitably be thrown down as Crown. This actually could be the target that Kuro's going to be looking for, but there is the Gnar.
Nothing Crown can do. He's just watching.
Buddy. And the tower falls in the mid lane here as well. Freaks just taking names all over the map right now.
It's basically a nature documentary coming through from Crown, watching the prey get caught by the Predator. Yep. Predator here's Afrika, and speaking of Predators...
Yeah, once again, big kickback before any rocket jump can come in, and Spirit's going to lock that one down. Kuro, he's underneath the turret. He's pretty happy, but he's going to be CoreJJ. At least has an Eye of the Storm to deter the Cassidy from finishing that one off, and they just want to go towards a Baron. They've got 2 picks. A teleport is at least there for QV, but there's one from Marin as well. So he's going to make his way forward. Haru in a little bit of trouble.
Look
wants
how
to be able to
fast
get
it's going down.
That's just insane. They do have a Mountain Drake, but I feel like this is even more damage than normal. And Haru just gives up on another steal. It is going to be Spirit locking down.
Time to chase down Gnar again, it seems.
Yep. Spirit and Kuro, who's chasing who? As Haru's going to jump on top of Spirit. Kuro just waiting in the wings. He wants to try and get onto Ruler. Should be able to do so, but Spirit actually just gives up the Ghost. QV going to do the same thing over the other side, so it's even in the end, and there's no dragon to be gained by Samsung or anything like that, and they've got a heck of a lot of way to push the mid.
There's going to be a lot of interesting gold generation concerns as well. There was once our Drake, as far as I know.
I'm not even sure whether that's true. That may have actually... Oh my god, CoreJJ at it again, as in goes Tucson. That Battle Dance to Grand Entrance combo just looks so seamless. His Crown could be the next target. Kuro just ripped walking and having a great time. Almost a double knockup, but thankfully for...
And Kramer, that doesn't exist. And then when the engages come, like we're seeing, they're pretty deadly.
Yep, the double teleport is Kuro actually underneath the turret here as well. Crown will have to move himself out of the way as they just destroy Ruler. They had one target. Oh, that was a fantastic rip over the Howling Gale, but yeah, that blue buff is going to have to charge itself up. I believe he was charging that Ripwalk for a long time, wanted to just kill someone instantly, but that was probably costing about 1,000 mana.
There's just no team fight that Samsung wins where the game and the items are at Atlas. That's why I can't see them coming back into this game, and it might just end here.
Yeah, the kickback, they get the other target that they're looking for. Crown gets eviscerated. Kramer picks up that kill. It's not necessarily the Kramer squad this time, but it's Freaks showing us that they can play around Kuro, they can play around Spirit's Lee Sin, and they can sack top, they can sack bottom lane, and just still win. It's a different style once again.
And it was denied to them by MVP after Game 2. No more Maokai was available. They lost their first Maokai game post-rework, and you wondered...
Expect Smart League to come out of everyone, but Freaks, like you say, they've played the best and the worst, but we're seeing the best here today. And it's where they need it as well. Quickness has been popped, and Tucson, this is a 5-item support. This Rakan is probably the strongest one that I've ever seen at 30 minutes into the game. That is a dead Haru. Ruler? Oh, that's a cute one. Decides to bust a shot mark. Oh, so much damage. Oh, God, just... Oh, avoids the Gnar as well. And there's another Riftwalk. He's got all his cooldowns back up, and that is a very, very dead Gnar. That 1v1, not as fair as the situation created by the 1 versus 2 on the top side as well, which is very, very terrifying. Every point of mana just feels like potential death. As, oh, they interrupt the rocket jump. That spells the death of Ruler as well, and that's the double kill for Kuro. They'll take down the Nexus turrets also easily. Match point once again for the Freaks. Whether we're going to get a Samsung reverse sweep is yet to be known, but right now it just looks like they're not offering anything against all of the plans and the skills that Afrika have been showing.
We wondered what Samsung were doing the last few weeks ever since their final series. Remember, they could have been first place, they could have been waiting in the grand final of the LCK, but went down to Longzhou in our final best of 3 of the season. And okay, they had time off from there, they could have repaired their champion pools. We saw the Vel'Koz, we thought, okay, Samsung, they made it to the world final last year. They are a very good regular season team. but they're looking to become chokers in 2017 when it comes to the postseason. Not a single game victory. This was supposed to be their coronation as a top 3 team. 2017, after 2016 ended so amazingly for them, making it to the World Final. But that's looking like a distant memory compared to all the recent failures. And they need to get it going now. MVP managed to pick up 2 victories against Africa. They have to show us something new, Samsung, because they tried to adapt to Africa's meta, and it did not work.
Yeah, you can't play the Africa game because Africa very, very good at that one. You saw Samsung, I mean, not communicating with each other right now, just trying to get their heads back into this series. It's going to be so